The Hebrew language echoes with millennia of history. It is a language born in the cradle of civilization. Its origins can be traced back to the ancient Levant, a region steeped in history and cultural exchange.
Hebrew emerged as a distinct language around the 13th century BCE. It became the language of the Israelites, shaping their culture, laws, and beliefs.
For centuries, Hebrew flourished as a vibrant spoken language. It was the language of prophets and poets, kings and commoners. The Hebrew Bible, a cornerstone of Western literature and thought, was written in this ancient tongue. Its verses resonated with the hopes, dreams, and struggles of a people. They continue to inspire and intrigue us today.
Hebrew evolved over time as all languages do. It developed distinct dialects and writing styles. Despite these changes, it retained its core identity. This continuity is a testament to the enduring power of language. It binds generations together through shared words and stories.
The story of Hebrew is not merely one of ancient glory. It is a story of resilience, a testament to the power of language to survive even the most profound upheavals. This is where our journey truly begins. The year 70 CE marked a turning point in Jewish history. The Roman Empire destroyed the Second Temple in Jerusalem. This led to the Jewish diaspora, scattering Jewish communities across the globe.
This dispersal impacted the Hebrew language. It was no longer spoken in a concentrated area. Yet Hebrew did not disappear. It became the language of prayer and study.
Jews continued to study the Torah and Talmud, preserving the language. Hebrew served as a cultural and religious touchstone. Even as they adopted new languages, they held on to Hebrew. It became a symbol of their shared history and faith. By the 19th century, a profound shift began to sweep through Europe. It was the rise of nationalism, igniting a desire for cultural and linguistic revival.
This movement resonated deeply with the Jewish people, yearning for a homeland. They recognized that a shared language was essential for national identity.
Amidst this change, a movement to revive Hebrew as a spoken language began. This movement, known as the Hebrew language revival, was driven by a belief in language as a cornerstone of identity.
Pioneers recognized the power of language to unite a scattered people. Reviving Hebrew was about breathing life into a dormant culture.
They faced a daunting task. Hebrew had not been spoken widely for centuries. Many considered it a sacred language, unsuitable for everyday use. Despite these challenges, the seeds of revival had been sown. A new generation of visionaries emerged, determined to make Hebrew a living language once again. Among them, one name would come to be synonymous with this extraordinary linguistic resurrection: Eliezer Ben-Yehuda. Eliezer Ben-Yehuda, born Eliezer Yitzhak Perlman in 1858, is widely regarded as the father of modern Hebrew. His belief in the power of language to unite a nation fueled his mission to revive Hebrew as a spoken language.
I envisioned a Hebrew used in every aspect of daily life.
He immigrated to Palestine in 1881, settling in Jerusalem. This was a time when the land was under Ottoman rule.
I began to lay the groundwork for my project. I believed the only way to revive Hebrew was to make it the primary language of communication.
He decided to raise his son, Ben-Zion, as the first native speaker of Hebrew in centuries. This act was a profound statement about the future he envisioned for the language.
A tapestry of words, modernizing Hebrew. Reviving Hebrew was not just about dusting off an ancient tongue. It required modernization and adaptation. Hebrew, as preserved in religious texts, lacked the vocabulary to describe the complexities of modern life. New words had to be coined for everyday objects, scientific concepts, and political realities. This process of linguistic innovation drew inspiration from various sources. Ancient Hebrew texts provided a rich foundation, but Ben-Yehuda and his contemporaries also borrowed words from other languages, including Arabic, Russian, and English. This borrowing and adaptation enriched the language, making it more flexible and expressive.
Another challenge was the lack of standardized grammar and pronunciation. Hebrew had been preserved in various dialects, each with its own nuances. Ben-Yehuda and other linguists worked tirelessly to establish a unified grammatical framework for modern Hebrew, drawing on the most common and widely understood forms. The revival of Hebrew was a collaborative effort, involving linguists, educators, writers, and everyday people who embraced the language. It was a testament to the power of collective will and the shared dream of a revitalized Hebrew culture. Speaking a nation into existence in Hebrew in the land of Israel, the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 marked a watershed moment for the Hebrew language. Hebrew, once a language spoken primarily by a dedicated few, was now the official language of a nation. It was a testament to the success of the revival movement and a symbol of Jewish self-determination. Hebrew became the language of government, education, and everyday life in Israel. Schools transitioned to Hebrew as the primary language of instruction, ensuring that future generations would grow up speaking the language fluently.
The influx of Jewish immigrants from around the world, speaking a multitude of languages, further solidified the importance of Hebrew as a unifying force. The revival of Hebrew played a crucial role in forging a national identity for the newly established state. It provided a common linguistic bond for a diverse population, many of whom arrived in Israel speaking different languages. Hebrew became more than just a language. It was a symbol of shared heritage and a collective future.
Hebrew today, a living language. Today, Hebrew is a thriving modern language spoken by over 9 million people worldwide. It's a language that reflects the dynamism and diversity of Israeli society. Walking the streets of Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, you'll hear Hebrew spoken with a blend of accents, reflecting the various backgrounds of its speakers. Hebrew is the language of everyday life in Israel, used in schools, universities, government offices, and the media.
It is a language of literature, music, and film, constantly evolving and adapting to the changing world. From cutting-edge technology to ancient poetry, Hebrew encompasses the full spectrum of human expression. The revival of Hebrew is considered one of the most successful linguistic revivals in history. It is a testament to the power of language to connect people to their heritage and to each other. Hebrew's journey from an ancient sacred tongue to a modern, vibrant language is a source of inspiration and pride for its speakers.
Despite its remarkable revival, Hebrew faces ongoing challenges in the 21st century.
One significant challenge is the influence of English, which is increasingly prevalent in business, technology, and popular culture.
The global dominance of English poses a challenge to many languages, and Hebrew is no exception.
Another challenge is the internal diversity of Hebrew itself. The language has absorbed influences from numerous other languages, leading to variations in pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar.
While this diversity reflects the richness of Israeli society, it can also lead to communication barriers.
Preserving the unique character of Hebrew while embracing the evolving needs of its speakers is a delicate balancing act.
Linguists and educators continue to grapple with these challenges, striving to ensure that Hebrew remains a vibrant and relevant language for generations to come. Hebrew in the digital age. The digital age presents both opportunities and challenges for the Hebrew language. On the one hand, the internet and social media have created new platforms for Hebrew speakers to connect and share their language and culture.
Online dictionaries, language learning apps, and Hebrew language content are readily available, making it easier than ever to learn and engage with the language.
On the other hand, the digital world is dominated by English, which can lead to the anglicization of Hebrew vocabulary and grammar. As technology evolves at a rapid pace, new words and phrases emerge, often borrowed from English.
Balancing the adoption of new terminology with the preservation of Hebrew's unique character is an ongoing challenge. Despite these challenges, Hebrew has adapted remarkably well to the digital age.
It is a language that is constantly evolving, embracing new technologies while retaining its core identity. The future of Hebrew in the digital world is bright, as long as speakers continue to cherish and use their language in all aspects of their lives. Let's talk cultural significance of Hebrew's revival. The revival of Hebrew is more than just a linguistic phenomenon, it's a story of cultural renewal and national identity. For centuries, Hebrew was primarily a language of prayer and religious study. a way for Jews to connect with their heritage and faith.
Its revival as a spoken language breathed new life into Jewish culture, allowing for the creation of a modern cultural landscape rooted in ancient traditions. Hebrew literature, music, and art flourished in the 20th century, reflecting the complexities of Israeli society and the Jewish experience.
From the poetry of Yehuda Amichai to the novels of Amos Oz, Hebrew writers explored themes of identity, belonging, and the search for meaning in a changing world. Musicians like Naomi Shemer and Arik Einstein captured the spirit of a nation through their Hebrew lyrics, creating anthems that resonated with generations of Israelis.
The revival of Hebrew was not merely about restoring a language, it was about reclaiming a cultural heritage and forging a new national identity. It was a testament to the enduring power of language to shape how we see ourselves and the world around us.
Learning Hebrew, a journey of rediscovery. Learning Hebrew is more than just memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules. It is a journey of true rediscovery, a way to connect with a rich history, culture, and spirituality.
For many, learning Hebrew is a way to connect with their Jewish heritage, to understand the prayers and texts that have been passed down through generations. For others, learning Hebrew is a way to engage with Israeli culture, to appreciate its literature, music, and film.
It is a language that opens doors to new experiences, allowing learners to converse with Israelis, explore the land of Israel, and gain a deeper understanding of the region's complexities. Whether you are motivated by personal heritage, cultural curiosity, or a desire to expand your linguistic horizons, learning Hebrew is a rewarding experience.
It is a journey that will enrich your understanding of the world and connect you to a global community of Hebrew speakers. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the incredible stories of our world.